Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. My name is Mario Florima, and I'm the #1 educator in the Amazon FBA asset recovery space. And today we will be talking about how to find approved suppliers. One of the biggest reasons Amazon sellers get suspended isn't counterfeit products, it's supplier compliance. Guys, Amazon wants proof that your products came from the right sources. So in this video, we're breaking down how to find approved suppliers, avoid common sourcing mistakes, and build a stronger path to reinstatement. Okay guys, now we're talking about the reality most suspended sellers discover too late. Thousands of accounts get suspended every month because of supplier compliance failures, not fake products, not fraud, documentation, supplier verification, and chain of custody problems. Guys, most appeals fail because sellers never identify the real issue Amazon is concerned about. Now we're diving into the foundation of Amazon supplier compliance. Amazon looks at 3 major areas: invoice requirements, authorized distributor status, and chain of custody documentation. Guys, if one of those pillars breaks down, your entire sourcing strategy becomes vulnerable during an investigation. Now we're talking about retail receipts. Walmart, Target, eBay, and other retail purchases may be completely legal, but Amazon does not treat them as acceptable supply chain documentation. Guys, Amazon wants wholesale invoices from commercial suppliers, not consumer purchase records. Okay guys, now we're getting into supplier legitimacy. No physical address, no website, no business registration, no verifiable digital footprint. These are massive red flags. Guys, Amazon independently investigates suppliers. If they can't verify the supplier, your documentation usually fails regardless of product authenticity. This is a mistake many sellers don't catch until it's too late. One business owner had authentic inventory and legitimate invoices, so he assumed the appeal would be approved quickly. But when Amazon reviewed the supplier, there was no working website, no visible business registration, and almost no online presence. The products weren't the problem, the supplier's credibility was. And once Amazon couldn't verify the source, the documentation lost most of its value. Because guys, an invoice is only as strong as the supplier behind it. Now let's break this down properly. Invoice, quantities and dates. If your invoices show 50 units, but Amazon sees 500 units sold, they immediately question your sourcing chain. And if invoices are older than 365 days, they often get rejected automatically. Guys, quantity and timing matter. Okay guys, now we're talking about supplier verification. Check business registration, verify addresses through Google Maps, confirm commercial locations, and review public business records. Guys, a few minutes of verification before placing an order can save months of suspension headaches later. Now we're diving into one of the most important steps, brand authorization. Never assume a supplier is authorized because they claim to be. Contact the brand directly, request distributor information, verify the supplier appears on the approved list. Guys, brand confirmation eliminates massive risk. Moving on to the next page, the future invoice strategy. Instead of defending questionable sourcing decisions from the past, you demonstrate that your sourcing process is now fixed. Guys, Amazon cares a lot about future compliance. That's why post-suspension invoices from approved distributors can become powerful evidence. Okay guys, now let's break this down. Execution. The invoice should be issued after suspension, come from a verified distributor, include all compliance fields, and show actual purchasing activity. Guys, this strategy shifts the conversation from past mistakes to future accountability. The 5-step supplier vetting process, phase 1, identify target brands, research distributor programs, contact the brand directly, and request approved supplier information. Guys, never assume authorization. Verification must come from the brand itself. Phase 2, source only from official distributor lists, request authorization proof, maintain records of emails, invoices, LOAs, and supplier communications. Guys, organized documentation becomes your safety net during Amazon reviews. Now let's move into the next page, supplier management. Serious sellers build centralized databases tracking authorization status, supplier contacts, the invoice history, and compliance records. Guys, when Amazon requests documentation, organized sellers respond in minutes instead of days. Okay guys, now we are talking about one of the highest risk sourcing models, liquidators and online arbitrage. Genuine products do not guarantee compliance. Most liquidation suppliers cannot provide chain of custody documentation or brand authorization. Guys, that creates massive suspension risk. Now let's break this down properly. Your plan of action, start with the root cause, explain what failed, then outline corrective actions already completed. Finally, explain the preventive systems you implemented moving forward. Guys, accountability always performs better than excuses. Okay guys, now we're talking about escalation. When legitimate documentation keeps getting rejected by automated systems, strategic escalation becomes necessary. BBB complaints, executive reviews, and arbitration options can sometimes force human review when automation gets stuck. This is where persistence and strategy become two different things. One seller kept receiving the same rejection over and over again. The documents were valid, the invoices were legitimate, but nothing was moving forward. For weeks, the case seemed completely stuck. That's when a higher level review was requested with additional supporting evidence and a clearer presentation of the facts. Eventually, the case reached the right people for review, because in other words, sometimes the challenge isn't proving your case, it's getting your case in front of a human being. Case study, reinstating $42,000 in frozen funds. Now we're diving into a real recovery example. This seller was suspended over a test listing that had zero inventory and zero sales. Multiple appeals failed automatically. But once the operational context was explained properly and escalated strategically, the account was reinstated and the funds were released. Now let's break this down. Letters of authorization. A valid LOA must come directly from the brand owner. It must include your business name, authorized products, marketplace approval, and proper signatures. Guys, distributor issued letters usually fail verification. Now we're getting into the final review process. Before sending inventory to Amazon, verify supplier authorization, secure an LOA, confirm invoice compliance, and verify the supplier's physical business presence. Guys, catching problems before shipment is far easier than fixing suspensions afterward. Guys, supplier compliance is no longer optional on Amazon. 1 weak supplier relationship can create major suspension problems. Hope you guys found value in today's video and have a more clear understanding of what Amazon thinks when this suspension happens. If this video provides value, please like, share, and subscribe for more helpful content. If you're an Amazon reinstatement consultant and you're looking to see if you qualify to be in our Rios Inner Circle group, then feel free to check out the links below in our description section. We host free masterclasses every week where we dive more into specific topics like these and give you more details on how you can better assist your clients while saving you time, money, headaches, and most importantly, protect your business assets moving forward like always. See you guys next time.